example, followed by more detail of how to evaluate forecast accuracy using the mean absolute percent error, or MAPE. So the exponential smoothing, this is my data. I've already plotted it. In exponential smoothing, you always initialize. You have to initialize. I'm going to initialize by making the first forecast equal to the first actual. Then after that, this is the formula that you use. This is out of the book. The formula is equal to alpha multiplied by the actual plus 1 minus alpha times the previous forecast. So you can see it's a weighted average. It takes alpha times what just happened plus 1 minus alpha against older history. So it allows us to dynamically change or weigh old history versus new history. If I take that and copy it down into the future, those are my numbers. Let me show some decimals so we can see that they're a little bit different. Not that that's important. And then as I change alpha, these numbers change. You can see my forecast changes. And my goal is to try to come up with a forecast, the orange line, that is as close as possible to the blue. We're using this to predict the future, but to evaluate if it's good, we have to compare the compare the forecast to the history. So in my forecast, this is really no fair, but for this one, this is what really happened, and this is what my forecast if I use exponential smoothing with alpha equal to 0.4. So I can calculate my absolute percent error. There's a function called ABS, which calculates the absolute. And what I'm going to do is take the absolute value of the difference of these. It doesn't make any difference which you pick first, because you're going to take the absolute value of it. But then divide by the actual. That gives you an absolute percent error from actual. And you can show it as a percent. That's what I'm already doing. But I'm going to show it. Copy that formula down all the way here. Don't copy it down any further, because I don't have an actual, so it's unfair to calculate percent error if I don't have an actual. So for these in the middle, this takes the average of that, and that is my MAPE. And my goal is to try to choose this so that this is as small as possible. If I make that 0.3, that got worse. 0.35, that's good. 0.36. Let me show another decimal place to maybe see if I can keep getting better. 0.37, that's better. 0.38, that's better. 0.39, I'm getting better every time. That's real good. Up, it went back up. So it looks like, without trying too hard, an alpha of about 0.47 is looking to be the best. As I move forward and I wanted to predict the future, I would probably use an alpha of 0.47. Thanks.